The Philippines expects full attendance by APEC leaders in next month's summit in Manila. According to the APEC 2015 National Organizing Committee, or NOC, the indications that economic leaders will not attend the summit set for November 18 to 19. NOC Director General Marciano Painoro Jr. said all member economies had sent their teams in Manila last week, where they were briefed with the country's preparations for the APEC 2015 concluding event. He said this is an indication of the leaders' interest to attend the summit. More details from Freddie Abando.
The Philippines is all set to host the leaders' meeting of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC, scheduled from November 15 to 19 in Manila. This is the second time APEC was held in the country. Subic hosted the first APEC conference in 1996. It will showcase the Philippines' rise as one of the best-performing economy in the world under the Aquino administration.
Definitely, APEC is very important because this is one of the few opportunities for leaders, for the Philippines to interact with the leaders of the biggest economies in the world. You're talking here with the US, China, Japan, Korea, Russia. Yeah. Okay, only the EU is not part of this. That's a big economy. This is definitely a very, very important platform for the Philippines to express views and also to determine the views of the other leading economies. The Philippines is in a very, very good position going forward. Sabi ko nga, and that's not only my view, nor the Philippines' view, right? But obviously, institutions, as I mentioned earlier, like HSBC and Goldman Sachs, two very reputable firms, see the same thing. That Philippines is on a long-term, strong growth trajectory economically. And we see that.
Ambassador Marciano Jun Painor, APEC NOC Director General, said all plans are ready except for a few minor concerns to be addressed to ensure the safety and security of heads of state, foreign dignitaries, and other delegates from top business corporations from APEC. Yesterday, the White House announced U.S. President Barack Obama will attend the summit. All the leaders of the 21-member economies, to include Chinese President Xi Jinping, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and Russian President Vladimir Putin, are expected to join the conference, which dates back to 1993, with the United States hosting in Blake Island in Seattle.
At this point, there has been no indication of anyone not attending. We have had, as of now, 10 official confirmations, and the others are forthcoming.
What about China and Russia?
Russia had confirmed. China has not officially confirmed, but there is no indication that there's not that come.
So you don't expect any hitches from the heads of states? They will be coming.
Yes, that is the expectation, and if you go by historical data, it was very few heads of state, or rather leaders, did not come. It was mostly because they could not, and for internal domestic reasons, mostly an election.
APEC is the biggest event to be hosted by the country for 2016, bigger than the papal visit of Pope Francis early this year. The Philippine National Police and the Armed Forces are the front runners in providing security. Other agencies, to include the Department of Health, Bureau of Fire, and volunteer groups, are support groups for emergencies. A total of 20,000 will be deployed round the clock for the duration of the APEC conference. So far, there appears to be no threat that could cause chaos.
We consider all possible threats. When we plan for a security operations, we always assume the worst case scenario. So we make our plan based on those possible scenarios, and we have put in place, and for nabanggit nga ni Ambassador Painor, yung finishing touches na lang. But definitely, we are ready. In fact, tomorrow we will be conducting tabletop exercises na kami. Tabletop exercises, deployment na yun. So that means our forces are also 90 to 95% ready, except that we could be, we might be adding some more personnel in view of some informations that we receive, which, of course, I hope you understand we cannot divulge.
The Metro Manila Development Authority is the lead agency in managing traffic. APEC lanes to ensure the free flow of traffic has been identified from EDSA Ortigas to Ross Boulevard to the Philippine International Convention Center. With the suspension of classes, it will reduce the number of vehicles on the road. For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.